Good morning, guys. Welcome to your Sunday morning yoga every hour flow. My name's Emma, or the Strong Yogi, and I'm going to be taking you through a 45-minute Vinyasa flow this morning. So Vinyasa is all about connecting the breath with the movement. It's a nice fluid practice, and we're going to do sort of like a nice warm up at the beginning. Then we're going to go into some sun salutations and some standing poses, and then we're going to do a nice little cool down at the end. So if you need to rest at any point during the practice or just take a variation of the pose, if any pose feels uncomfortable, just come out of it. And you can just come into one of your resting poses. So you've got your child's pose or your downward facing dog. So from your tabletop position, your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. For your child's pose, you're just going to sink those hips backwards. You can extend those arms out long, or you can rest them beside you. And then again, from your tabletop position, if you want to take your downward facing dog, just tuck the toes and lift those hips upwards, gaze backwards. So those are your two resting poses. So if you need to take them at any point during the practice, then please do so. Make sure you've got a drink with you. If you need to stop at any point, then just do so and then just join back in when you can. I'm not going to play any music in the background today. So if you want to pop your own music on, then please feel free to do so. We're not going to need any props or anything like that, so we're all good to go. So let's just come into a nice comfortable seat. So we're going to really focus on lengthening that spine and just bringing some nice length and openness into the body. So all of our poses that we do in yoga, we just want to try and create space in our bodies. So we don't want to be hunched over. We always want to be thinking about drawing the belly button in. You'll hear me cue that quite a lot. And just keeping that spine nice and open. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale. And as we do so, we're just going to lengthen the spine. Just roll those shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards. And then as you exhale, just drop the chin nice and gently down to the chest. Close through the eyes. And then you can either just leave your hands resting wherever they are, or maybe you just want to bring your right hand to your heart center, to your chest, and just place the left hand on top of it. So here, just allowing yourself to feel your chest rise and fall with your breath. So not trying to make any changes right now with that breath. Just letting it be. And just noticing it. So just bringing yourself into a moment of still. In the present moment. So nothing else matters for the next 45 minutes, just you on your mat. Anything that's happened so far today, leave it behind you. Anything you have left to do, don't worry about it right now. Just focus on yourself. Give yourself this time. And just shift your focus to your thoughts. And just acknowledge any thoughts that are running through your mind, but just for the moment, just let them go. Maybe instead you want to work on an intention. So set yourself an intention for your practice, for your day, maybe a goal. And just shift the focus of your mind towards that intention, letting any other thoughts go just for now. It's not that they're not important, and so they don't matter in this moment. And then just shift your focus to your body. First thing in the morning, if that's where you are, you can often feel a little bit tighter. So just notice any tension in your body. And then as we take a nice deep inhale through the nose here, you're going to feel the chest rise, send the breath to any areas of tension. And then as you exhale, just imagining that tension releasing. So just letting any tension in your body just melt away with your out breath. So visualize that tension being removed from your body. So take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, completely release. And again, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. And one more time, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, release. And then we're just going to melt those hands down to the knees. And just for a minute, return to a normal breathing pattern. And then we're just going to lift the head up nice and gently. You can blink the eyes open or you can keep them closed here. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale, raise the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And exhale with a nice big sigh, release those shoulders. And again, inhale, lift those shoulders. Exhale, sigh, release. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale with a nice big sigh, release. And this time we're going to inhale, lift those shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale and we're going to hold the breath in for 5, 4, thinking of something that you want to let go of, a negative thought, emotion, feeling. 3, 2, and with a nice big exhale, sigh. 1. Just releasing, letting go of any tension, any negativity, anything that no longer serves you. And then from here, we're just going to roll those shoulders backwards, nice big shoulder rolls, pushing the chest forwards as you roll your shoulders backwards. Maybe a few little clicks here this morning. And then let's just roll those shoulders forwards. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to inhale, reach those hands towards the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down to the mat, reach up and over with those left fingertips. Gaze towards the left fingertips if you can, and spiral that left shoulder backwards. So keeping that chest open, nice and forwards. And we're just feeling that nice deep stretch through the left side of our body. Keep the left sit bone grounded. Stretching ourselves out. Maybe with your out breath, you can sink a little bit deeper. Nice inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. So really reaching upwards, lengthening through the fingertips, opening through the palms of the hands, allowing energy to travel inwards. And then as you exhale, we're going to take a twist to the left. So the left hand comes behind us, the right hand comes to the left knee, and we're going to gaze over the left shoulder. So really focusing on drawing that belly button inwards, opening through the chest, lengthening through the spine, using your right hand to pull into your left knee to take that twist nice and deep. Take a nice deep inhale. Maybe with your out breath, you can twist a little bit further. And again, inhale. And exhale, release, come back to center. Just roll those shoulders backwards again. And roll the shoulders forwards. Perfect. Inhale, let's reach those hands to the sky. And then as we exhale, this time we're going to tilt over to the left. So the left palm comes down to the mat, reach up and over with those right fingertips, gaze towards the fingertips if you can. Spiral the right shoulder backwards to keep that chest nice and open. And hold here, lengthening through the right side of the body. Keep that right sit bone grounded. Feel that nice stretch. So inhale here and exhale. Inhale, reach those hands upwards. And then exhale, let's take that twist to the right. So the right hand comes behind us, the left hand comes to the right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Draw the belly button in, lengthen the spine, open the chest, pulling into the right knee with the left hand to take that twist nice and deep. Feeling that stretch in the lower back. And then using your breath to sink deeper into that pose. Perfect. Take one more nice big inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. Roll those shoulders backwards. And roll those shoulders forwards. And then from here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, just going to drop the head backwards. Hold here, opening through the throat. And then we're just going to roll the right ear over to the right shoulder. And just let the right shoulder drop away from the ear. So you can either stay here, just feeling that stretch through the left side of your neck, or if you like, you can just start to bring your left fingertips down to the mat and just start to walk them away. So just bring some more length into the neck, so it deepens the stretch. Make sure you don't take your body with the hand, so the body stays nice and still where it is, and you're just walking the fingertips away. Nice, take one more nice deep inhale here, and exhale, release the hand and just sink the head backwards, gazing upwards, opening through the throat. And then we're just going to melt the left ear over to the left shoulder. Let the left shoulder drop away from the ear, feel the stretch through the right side of your neck, so we're gazing forwards rather than looking downwards. And then if you want to increase that stretch, just place the right fingertips down to the mat, and then we're just going to start to slowly walk them away. Just take it as far as you like, as much as you need. Don't let the body go with the hand. And feel that nice stretch in the side of your neck. And take one more nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, release the hand. And let the head sink backwards. Take a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Draw the belly button inwards, lengthen through the spine. Feel that stretch in the back of your neck this time. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, you're going to lift those hands upwards, gaze upwards towards the fingertips. Little tiny back bend. And then as you exhale, draw the hands down beside you. So you're pulling your right fingertips away from your left. Maybe you want to take a little rock from side to side. Push the chest forwards, the shoulders backwards. And then as you exhale, draw the hands around so they come in front of you. Interlace the fingers, push the hands away from you. Draw the belly button inwards, drop the chin to the chest, and really round through the spine. So feeling that stretch in your shoulder blades and your upper back. Pushing away. Next inhale, flip the palms away from you, reach the hands to the sky. Gaze upwards, and then as you exhale, just melt those hands down to your knees. And we're just going to take some seated cat-cows here. So warming up the spine, we're going to inhale, arch through the spine, look up so you can pull into the knees with your hands here. And then as you exhale, draw the chin to the chest, round through that spine. And again, inhale, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, chin comes to the chest, round through that spine. And just do a few more of these with your own breath pattern. Taking whatever movement you need. So maybe you want to draw some circles here. Remember, nobody can see you. So just bringing any movement that you like into this pose, whatever feels good for you today. If you're drawing circles, make sure you take those in both directions. And then just do two more wherever you are. And then from here, we're going to inhale, reach the hands to the sky when you're ready. And then exhale, hinge, fold forwards, keep the sit bones grounded, and just walk those fingertips away. So just feeling that stretch here. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to walk our hands over to the right hand side. Maybe the left hand comes all the way on top of the right. And we're hinging over that right thigh. So feeling that stretch through the left side of our body. Holding here. A nice deep inhale, exhale, walk those hands back to center. Inhale at center, walk the fingertips forwards. And then exhale over to the left. So keeping that right sit bone grounded again here. And torso sinks over the left thigh, and maybe we can reach the right hand all the way up over the top of the left. And hold here, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's release that pose. Reach forwards, gaze forwards, take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to roll forwards onto your knees, onto your palms as we come into our tabletop position here. So we're just going to tuck the toes under. So your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, tuck those toes under. And we're just going to rock forwards and backwards. So taking the hips all the way down to the ankles and bringing yourself all the way forward, stretching out those wrists. So just taking this as far as you need to. Maybe you want to hold at the bottom, so stretching out those toes if that's what you need more. Maybe you want to hold more at the top and draw some circles if stretching out those wrists is what you need a little bit more today. So just moving, stretching out the ankles, the toes, the feet, the wrists. And just taking a moment here, so engage that core, so keep that back nice and flat. And then whatever you're doing, we'll just take 2 more nice deep breaths. And then just return to a neutral spine. So if your toes aren't already tucked under, if you untucked them, just retuck them. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale, so the palms and the feet are going to stay exactly where they are. We're just going to lift the knees. And we're just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower those knees back down to the mat, untuck the toes, sink the hips backwards into your child's pose, and then we're just going to walk the hands forward as far as we can. Take a nice deep inhale, and exhale, we're going to lift the hips back up, walk the hands forward as far as you can, and melt the chest downwards towards the mat. So we're coming into our puppy pose. So come up onto those fingertips if you need to, cup the hands to create a little bit more space for you to sink downwards into. So stretching out the arms. Just allowing yourself to sink into this pose. We'll just take another few breaths here. And then just walk those hands back into your tabletop position. And again, we're going to tuck those toes under. Take a nice deep inhale, engage the core, lift the knees for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, we're going to lift those hips all the way upwards as we come into a downward facing dog. So from your tabletop position, your hands and your feet stay in exactly the same place. So in our first downward facing dog here, we're just going to bring some nice movement into the pose. So you want to just really focus on lifting those hips to the sky, melting the chest downwards towards the mat, gazing backwards through your legs or towards your belly button. And then just pedal those feet, bring some nice movement into the legs. Maybe you want to hold for a few breaths with one leg bent, one leg straight, and then switch it over. Maybe you want to shake the hips from side to side. Maybe you want to shake the head forwards and backwards, side to side. Whatever feels good here. Again, remembering you're in the comfort of your own home. Nobody can see you. Whatever movement you need, take it. This is your practice. It's your body. You know what you need. Perfect. From here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, and we're going to shift the weight into our upper body, into our hands, and then we're going to tiptoe those feet to the top of the mat. Exhaling into your forward fold, bending the knees if you need to, and then we're just going to take hold of the opposite elbows with the palms of the hands, and we're just going to hang here. This is one of my favorite poses, ragdoll pose. You're just going to drop the crown of the head downwards towards the mat and just let your body hang. So I always say there's absolutely sort of no effort required in this pose. You can just rock from side to side, forwards and backwards, bringing some nice movement into your body. And just letting the weight of your upper body lengthen out that spine. Sort of decompressing. Perfect. And then when you're ready, we're going to melt the hands back down to the mat. And then as we inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly. Rolling the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. And then exhale, we're going to bring those hands together, heart center. Take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. So from here, we're just going to go into some sun salutations today. So we're going to do all 3 variations of our sun salutations. So we're really going to work on building up some heat and some energy. So we'll do all of them a few times around. So the first time, maybe a little bit slower, and then we'll get a little bit faster to really generate that heat. So let's inhale, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend, sun salutation A. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, you can either step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, keep them nice and close to your chest as you lower yourself down through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide into your upward facing dog. So you're on the palms of the hands, front of your feet, hips are lifted, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes. Raise the hips to the sky, coming back into that downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, jump, step or walk back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. And we go again. Inhale, raise those hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend those knees, walk, jump or step to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands come through heart center. So we're going to do sun salutation A one more time. And I'm going to add some little bits on for you when we're in downward facing dog. So let's inhale, reach it upwards, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Raise the hips to the sky, take that downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale, reach that right leg up towards the sky. Put a bend into the knee, open the hip to the right, send the heel over to the left. Gaze through the right arm. Three-legged dog, so twisted three-legged dog. Really focus on pushing that left heel down into the mat, stretching out through the back of that leg, opening through the hips. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, raise that leg back to the sky. As you exhale, come onto the ball of your left foot, round the knee through to the nose. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach that leg back to the sky. Exhale, place that foot back down to the mat, downward facing dog, and we take the other side. So if you need to take a break in your child's pose, just roll through those wrists and do so. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. Bend through the knee, take the hips over to the left. Send the heel over to the right. Gaze through the left arm. And really focus on pushing that right heel down to the mat. Stretching out through the back of the leg. Opening through those hips, so you'll get a stretch through the side of your body here as well. The left side of your body. And then we're going to inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. Exhale, come onto the ball of the right foot, round the knee through to the nose. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach that leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot back down to the mat, downward facing dog. Perfect. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, walk, step or jump back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Just take a moment here. Push those thumbs into the sternum, feel that energy you're creating. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. So we're going to go into sun salutation B now. So as you inhale, you're going to bend through the knees, raise the hands to the sky, arms come beside the ears. Tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. We take our chair pose. Really push those arms back beside the ears. Exhale, straighten through the legs. Hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Perfect. So from here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Ground through the left foot so the toes come to a 45-degree angle. And we're going to raise those hands to the sky as we come into our warrior one. So the hips are square to the top of the mat in your warrior one. Your right knee is bent 90 degrees. Arms are beside the ears. Inhale here. Strengthening pose. Exhale, palms melt down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down to a chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards. Bend the knees, exhale, step the left foot forward to the top of the mat, ground through the right foot, toes come to a 45-degree angle. Raise the hands to the sky, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. So again, hips are square to the top of the mat. Bend the left knee 90 degrees. Arms are beside the ears, nice strong pose. Inhale here. And exhale, melt those hands back down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, walk, step or jump back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. As you inhale, put that bend back into the knees, raise the hands to the sky, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine, chair pose. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten the legs, bring the hands together at heart center. Nice, so that's our sun salutation B. And we'll do that one more time as it is. So let's inhale, bend through the knees, raise the hands to the sky, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine, maybe sink a little bit deeper this time. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, keep them nice and close to your chest as you lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Ground through the left foot, raise the hands to the sky, warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, melt the hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the left foot to the top of the mat, ground through the right foot, raise the hands to the sky, warrior one. Inhale here. And exhale, melt those hands down to the mat, step the left foot back to meet the right, bend through the elbows, keeping them nice and close to your chest, lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog, breathing here. Inhale. And exhale. That one was quite quick that time. And again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, walk, step or jump back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, put a bend into the knees, raise the hands to the sky, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten those legs, bring the hands together, heart center, breathe here, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. So we're going to do that one more time and we're going to add on to it at the end. So let's inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Bend those knees, come into the chair pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Ground through the left foot, raise the hands to the sky, warrior one. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, as you exhale, bring those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push the palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, push the chest forwards, the shoulders backwards. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Crown of the head comes downwards towards the mat. Chest comes to the inside of the right leg. In your humble warrior. So really focus on sinking the crown of the head downwards, so gaze towards the back of your mat. Push those arms towards the front of the mat. Holding here and breathing. So with each out breath, maybe you can push those arms a little bit further. Maybe the crown of your head sinks a little bit further down. Nice inhale. And exhale, melt those hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Ground through the right foot, raise the hands to the sky, warrior one. So remember, hips are square to the front, left knees bent 90 degrees, arms are beside the ears. Inhale here. Exhale, bring those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push the palms together. Take a nice deep inhale, push the chest forward, shoulders backwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Crown of the head sinks downwards towards the mat. The chest comes to the inside of the left leg. And make sure you keep that left knee bent 90 degrees. So sinking the crown of the head downwards, pushing the arms to the front of the mat. Feeling that stretch in your hips. Feeling that stretch in your shoulders. In your humble warrior. Nice inhale here. And exhale. Sinking into that pose a little bit further with each out breath. And again, inhale. Exhale, melt those palms down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right high plank. Then through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, come into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. So just nice deep breaths. And if your mind has wandered, just bringing it back to the present moment. Remembering your intention, your goal. To be present. You are strong. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, jump, step or walk back to the top of the mat. Exhale into that standing forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the hands to the sky, chair pose. Tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Exhale, straighten the legs, draw the hands together at heart center. Holding here, feeling that energy in between the palms of your hands, sending it inwards. Just take a few nice deep breaths before we go into sun salutation C. So let's inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot back, lower the knee to the floor, untuck the toes, raise the hands to the sky. Low lunge. So make sure the left knee doesn't sink any further forward than the left ankle. Sink into those hips, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, palms come down to the mat, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step the left foot back to meet the right high plank. Then through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, come into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the right foot to the top of the mat, lower the left knee to the floor, untuck the toes, raise the hands to the sky. Low crescent lunge on the other side to make sure the right knee is in line with the right ankle. Don't let it sink any further forwards. Arms are beside the ears, sink into those hips. Inhale here. Exhale, place those palms to the mat. We're going to tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and this time we're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right at the top of the mat. Exhale, sink into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. Perfect. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fall forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back. We're going to keep the knee lifted this time as we raise our hands to the sky, coming into a high lunge. So nice and strong through the back leg, strong through the front leg, 90-degree bend in the left knee. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, place the palms to the mat, step the left foot back to meet the right, and through the elbows, lower yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the right foot to the top of the mat, keep the left knee lifted, raise the hands to the sky, high lunge. Holding here, nice and strong in this pose. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, stepping the left foot back to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Hold here and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Just bring those hands down beside you. So we're just going to go into a little balancing pose here. So stretch for the quads. So we're going to bring our weight into our left leg, our left foot. And we're just going to start to peel the right toes off of the mat. And then your first variation is just that you're going to be kicking your right foot behind you. So bending through that knee and taking hold of your right foot with your right hand. So this is your first variation, so just a standard sort of nice little quad stretch. So keep the thighs tucked in together, sort of push the right foot into the right hand, open through the chest, lengthen the spine. So you can either just stay here like this, or you're going to take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to really kick that foot into the hand, and you're just going to start to hinge forwards, kicking the foot into the hand. And then maybe you can reach the left hand forwards. So the left arm beside the left ear as you come into your dancer's pose. So whichever variation you like. If you fall out of your balancing pose, just try and come back into it, no worries. Just take a few more deep breaths. Choose something to focus on, something that's not moving. And inhale, and then exhale, release wherever you are, come back to the top of your mat, shake out through those legs if you need to. And when you're ready, we'll take the other side. So we're going to ground to our right foot this time. So our weight comes onto our right side. We're going to come up onto our left toes, and then we're going to bend the left knee. Take hold of the left foot behind us with the left hand. And if you're just going to stay here, you want to focus on just pushing the thighs together, so don't let the knees play out to the side. And just kick that left foot in, or push that left foot into the left hand, so you're feeling that stretch through your quad here. So you can either stay here, or we're going to take a nice deep inhale, really start to push in to the hand with the foot. And we're going to hinge forwards, kicking the foot into the hand, reaching forward with the right hand. Right arm comes beside the right ear. Choose something to focus on, your drishti points. Keep your balance. Stretching through those quads. Strengthening through that right leg. A few more nice deep breaths. Challenge yourself. If you fall out, come back in. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Come back to the top of the mat. And then just shake out through those legs. Perfect. Let's inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards that mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. And then we're just going to drop those knees down to the mat and sink those hips backwards as we come into a child's pose. So you can either take a wide-legged variation, so if you've got tight hips, that's quite nice. So just bring your knees as wide as the mat, sink the hips backwards, or you can just keep those knees a little bit closer together. Whichever is best for you is the right one. Just holding here, just pushing your forehead down into the mat. Third eye, knowledge, wisdom. You just want to rock from side to side, just massaging your head on your mat. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're just going to lift the chest, start to walk those hands towards the back of the mat, towards your knees. And then we're just going to swing our legs around and we're going to come back into a cross-legged position. So how we started our practice today. Perfect. So if you normally cross your legs in one way, let's just cross them the other way. Perfect. So we're going to repeat what we did at the beginning of the practice, but with our legs crossed in the other direction. So we're going to inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Lengthen through the fingertips, open through the palms of the hands. And then as you exhale, sinking over to the right hand side, reaching up and over with those left fingertips. Spiraling that left shoulder backwards, keeping that left sit bone grounded. You can gaze upwards towards those fingertips if you like, if you can. And just feel that stretch in the side of your body. Let's inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach those hands upwards. And then exhale, we're going to take a twist to the left. The left hand comes behind us, right hand comes to the left knee, gaze over the left shoulder. Push into that pose, so using your right hand to pull into the left knee, draw the belly button in, lengthen the spine. Open through the chest, open through the heart. Melting into that pose. Inhale here. And exhale, come back to center, roll the shoulders backwards. And roll the shoulders forwards. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky, open through the fingers. And then exhale, let's sink over to the left. Bringing the left palm down to the mat, reaching over with those right fingertips, spiraling the right shoulder backwards, keep that chest nice and open. Inhale here. Exhale, sinking into the pose, but making sure to keep that right sit bone grounded. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then exhale, let's twist to the right. So the right hand comes behind us, the left hand comes to the right knee, gaze over the right shoulder, draw the belly button in, lengthen the spine, open through the chest, crown of the head is drawn upwards as you stay grounded through those sit bones. And take one more nice big inhale. And then exhale, release back to center, roll the shoulders backwards. And roll the shoulders forwards. Inhale, peel those hands upwards towards the sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forwards, palms of the hands come down to the ground. Gaze towards those fingertips. So just feeling this in a little bit of a different way than we did at the beginning because our legs are crossed in the other direction. Just holding here. Take a nice big inhale, and then exhale, walk those hands back to the top of your mat. And then we're just going to roll those shoulders backwards again. And roll the shoulders forwards. And then let's just take some head rolls. So just taking them in one direction. And the other direction. Maybe if you find a bit that feels a bit tight, you can just stay in that place, just work on that bit. Being gentle with yourself. And then when you're ready, just bring your head back to a neutral position. If you like, we did a lot of work on our wrists, lots of downward facing dogs. If you just want to roll out through those wrists, making fists, and just rolling through the hands. Maybe you want to pull backwards on your left hand with your right. And then the same, pull backwards on your right hand with your left. Whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, just melt those hands down to your knees. Just lengthen that spine. Push the shoulders backwards. And then we're going to inhale, reach those hands upwards, just collecting all that nice energy you've created. And then bringing your palms together. Exhale, sink those hands down to your heart center. Drop your chin to your chest, close your eyes. Push your thumbs into your sternum, into your heart center. Just feel that energy in between the palms of your hands, the energy that you've created. It's yours. Sending it inwards to your heart center, taking it as you need, using it as you wish, giving it as you wish. Just return to a normal breathing pattern here. And just start to notice how you feel. Any tension that you're still holding in your body, just trying to use your breath. And just to release any last bits of tension. Just letting it all go. And take one more nice big inhale here. And as you exhale, just gently lift your head, blink your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll catch you all again very soon. Namaste.